Hi, Pop here to read you a story. Are you ready? Okay, here it comes. Today's story is Mr. Tickle by Roger Hargreaves. You know what a tickle is? We're going to find out. It was a warm, sunny morning. In his small house at the other end of the woods, Mr. Tickle was asleep. You didn't know that there was such a thing as a tickle, did you? Well, there is. Tickles are small and round, and they have arms that stretch and stretch and stretch. Extraordinarily long arms. See, that's Mr. Tickle's house. And there he is in bed. Mr. Tickle was fast asleep. He was having a dream. It must have been a very funny dream because it made him laugh out loud, and that woke him up. He sat up in bed, stretched his extraordinarily long arms, and yawned an enormous yawn. Let me hear you yawn. That's a yawn. Mr. Tickle felt hungry, so you know what he did? He reached out one of his long, extraordinarily long arms, and he opened the bedroom door. He reached down the hallway into the kitchen, and he opened the kitchen cabinet where he kept his cookies, and he took out a cookie and brought it back upstairs. As you can see, it's very helpful having long arms as long as Mr. Tickle's. Mr. Tickle ate his cookie, and he looked out the window. Today looks like a tickling day, he thought to himself. So later that morning, after Mr. Tickle had made his bed and eaten his breakfast, he set off through the woods. He walked along and he kept his eyes wide open, looking for someone to tickle, looking for anybody to tickle. See, there he is, walking. He does have long arms. Eventually, Mr. Tickle came to a school. There was nobody around, so reaching up his extraordinary long arms to a high window ledge, he pulled himself up and peeped in through the window. Inside, he could see a classroom. There were children sitting at their desks, and a teacher was writing on the blackboard. Mr. Tickle waited a minute, and then he reached through the window. Mr. Tickle's extraordinarily long arm went right up to the teacher, paused, and then he tickled him. The teacher jumped into the air and turned around very quickly to see who was there, but nobody was there. That's the teacher. Mr. Tickle was enjoying himself so much, he tickled the teacher again. The children in the classroom laughed and laughed and laughed. Finally, when Mr. Tickle thought he had had enough fun, he quietly brought his arm back out through the open window. He knew the teacher would try to explain what happened, but Mr. Tickle knew he couldn't. Then Mr. Tickle left and went to town. What a day Mr. Tickle had. He tickled a policeman. It caused a tremendous traffic jam. There's the policeman. He tickled the grocer as he was piling apples, green apples, in his store window. The grocer fell over backwards, and all the apples rolled all over the store. At the railway station, the guard was about to wave his flag for the train to leave. He lifted his arm up into the air, and Mr. Tickle tickled him under the arm. Every time he tried to wave his flag, Mr. Tickle tickled him again, until the train was 10 minutes late, leaving the station, and all the passengers were mad. That day, Mr. Tickle tickled everybody. He tickled the doctor. He tickled the butcher. Look at him. There he is with his long arm tickling people. He even tickled old Mr. Stamp, the mailman, who dropped all his letters in the puddle. Ooh, that was sad. Then Mr. Tickle went home. Sitting in his chair in his small house at the other side of the woods, he laughed and laughed every time he thought all about the people he had tickled. So if you are in any way ticklish, beware of Mr. Tickle and those extraordinarily long arms. Just think, maybe he's around you at this very moment while I'm reading you this story. Maybe he's behind you and he's going to tickle you. Better watch out, better laugh. maybe that extraordinarily long arm of his is coming to visit you, and the next time I see you, Pop will give you a tickle because it'll make you laugh and smile. That's the story. That's the story of Mr. Tickle. What a silly guy. You know how much I love you. I love you so much. Mwah!